7808, which explain the application details and product benefits. Please enjoy.
Modern interior design emphasizes simplicity and comfort. Ceramic tile is commonly applied in various building areas, such as bathrooms, kitchens, elevator halls, staircases, and hotel lobbies. There's been a growing trend to use larger porcelain tile to create streamlined looks with improved durability. Compared to traditional tile, however, they are much heavier and less water absorbing. Thus, it is more difficult to keep them safely attached to the wall, as they have a higher risk of falling down. Larger tile also increases the cost of installation, so it is vital that the tile is tightly installed in the beginning. The growing demand for larger porcelain tile brings this higher risk of detachment to the fore. Let us first look deeper into the factors that contribute to tile detachment. Multiple environmental factors can lead to the detachment of ceramic tiles. First, temperature variation during day and night, or seasonal temperature fluctuations from hot summer to cold winter. Finally, areas such as kitchen or around heating devices are subject to sporadic periods of high heat. All leads to movement of the substrates and adhesives. These in turn induce adhesion failure between adhesives and tiles, leading to detachment. Another important factor that contributes to tile detachment is contact with water, for example, in the shower room. Contact with water reduces adhesion between adhesive and tile, which leads to tile falling down. Tile is also susceptible to vibrations at lift lobby areas or at staircases. The vibrations cause movement of the substrate, and the improper installation of larger tile is at a higher risk of detachment. Falling tiles bring the risk of personal injuries and unexpected renovations requiring extra material and labor. Cementitious tile adhesive is commonly used to install tiles to wall. Due to the uneven substrate surface and large porcelain tiles used, traditional thick bed method is still commonly used. While this may secure the tiles more strongly, the thick bed method requires more cementitious tile adhesive than under normal conditions, increasing installation time and costs. Polymers are a key component that forms strong adhesion between different substrates. Yet, only a small amount of polymers are found at the bonding surface in cementitious tile adhesive. This is why non-water absorbing porcelain tiles fall down by debonding at the back surface. In this illustration, the amount of polymers is represented by the small bubbles. The thick bed method is used to increase the amount of polymers and thus achieve better adhesion, but it does not necessarily increase the polymers at the bonding surface. Back tile adhesive offers a new and improved solution to address this problem. It is an easy method to zip tile tightly to wall. With just a single thin layer of back tile adhesive, the tiles are now strongly adhered to the cementitious tile adhesive. The key is concentrating polymers at the bonding surface on the back of the tile. By using back tile adhesive, the polymers are now localized between the tile and cementitious tile adhesive, which effectively promotes adhesion for secure installation. Applying back tile adhesive is fast and easy. First, the back surface of the tile is cleaned to remove dust. Next, the back tile adhesive is applied evenly on the back surface of the tile with a roller. Wait until it's mostly dry. The adhesive will feel slightly tacky. Finally, attach the tile on the surface of the wall's adhesive firmly. BASF's new innovation, Acronol 7808, brings back tile adhesive to life. Let's take a look at a widely accepted test method in the market, the hammer test, to compare the impact resistance of different tile installation methods. This test compares traditional methods without back tile adhesive and with back tile adhesives using BASF's Acronol 7808. Utilizing the traditional method, The tile is easily knocked off in a few seconds in a large piece. While using BASF's Acronol 7808 as a back tile adhesive, it shows outstanding resistance to hammering. Only small pieces are coming off at a time, and it took a very long time to finish the whole tile. The results clearly demonstrate an increase in impact and vibration resistance, which leads to tile installations that are more tightly fastened and reliable. What is behind this huge difference? As we explained earlier, it is the concentration of polymers used for adhesion at the back of the tile. Now let's see how powerful Acronol 7808 can be under different environments by comparing the tensile adhesion strength. At room temperature, we see a fundamental increase of adhesion through application of Acronol 7808. At elevated temperatures, which commonly occur in hot areas like kitchens or sunlit walls, the difference is obvious. BASF's Acronol 7808 increases adhesion strength and highly exceeds globally acknowledged benchmark for cementitious tile adhesive of 0.5 megapascal. Tiles subject to contact with water, such as in bathrooms, also present a challenge in maintaining high adhesion. Application of Acronol 7808 highly enhances adhesion strength to meet market requirements. Last but not least, freeze-thaw cycling demonstrates our adhesive's performance in cold areas. Again, a control test shows very weak adhesion, whereas application of Acronol 7808 highly enhances tile adhesion, outperforming market requirements for tile installation. Under a variety of conditions, BASF's Acronol 7808 significantly enhances tensile adhesion strength to meet market standards, making it the perfect solution for large porcelain tile installation in various areas. As we have seen, BASF's Acronol 7808 offers a number of benefits that give its performance an edge. It ensures safe and durable installation of porcelain tile with superior impact resistance, significantly increased adhesion, higher water resistance, and resistance to fluctuating temperatures. We also do not compromise on sustainability. Acronol 7808 is free from APEO, ammonia, and formaldehyde, ensuring safe and pleasant installation in a long-lasting, comfortable, and safe living environment post-application. Acronol 7808 can be easily formulated into back tile adhesive, making it the perfect choice for you. Acronol 7808, the easy step to zip tiles tightly to walls for greater assurance. BASF. We create chemistry.
I hope you have enjoyed the video and understood the overall product performances. Let me guide you through again in more details and pointing out the key points. There has been a growing trend on using larger porcelain tiles to give a better looking. For example, as you see here in the bathroom, these areas are subjected to water or heat, which gives challenge for tile adhesion. The water can penetrate at the joints and reduce the adhesion on the back of the tile. Also, they might be used in areas like elevator halls, which also possess challenge in long-term tile adhesion as they are subject to continuous vibration and substrate movement leading to tile detachment. This market trend of using larger tiles, which are much heavier than traditional small-sized tiles, especially with dense porcelain tiles with low water absorbency, brings a high challenge in secure tile installation. Coupled with the limited educated applicators on the construction site and use of low-quality tile adhesive, such as cement and sand, or low polymer-containing tile adhesive, ends up in tiles falling. Consequences of tiles falling are obvious. These are some of the pictures where the tiles have fallen down. Although properly installed, due to the weight of the tiles or the vibrations, tiles may fall down. Falling tiles not only present the danger of personal injuries, however, unexpected and additional costs will be needed in the subsequent renovation. As you see, the failure is happening at the bonding surface between the tiles and adhesives. This indicates you will need a better solution at the bonding surface for a secure installation. This is why we introduced the new solution, back tile adhesives. Back tile adhesives is an easy solution to zip up the tile to the wall. As pointed out earlier, the tile installation market in Asia is still using high amount of low quality tile adhesives. This is a market where we want to address the new solution of back tile adhesive. Started in China, the use of back tile adhesive have been rapidly expanding recent years. Usage of back tile adhesive has now become a common practice, with more than 20% of the tile installation using the solution in China. One of the key points for the rapid growth is the application of back tile adhesive is simple, fast, and easy. As you saw in the video, Acronol 7808 can be applied on the back of the tile by a brush or roller. The consumption is around 100 to 150 grams per square meter. After letting it dry, the milky dispersion will form a transparent film. Once the surface is touch dry, the tiles are ready to be applied to the tile adhesive. After applying the tile adhesive on the wall with a notch trowel in a standard procedure, place the tile firmly onto the wall. The key of this method is to concentrate the polymers at the bonding surface. As you have seen, the tile failure occurs at the bonding surface between the tile and the tile adhesive. Even if you increase the amount of tile adhesive, the bonding surface will not be changed. All the key polymers to promote the adhesion will be evenly placed within the thick tile adhesive layer. Whereas the key of using back tile adhesive is that it will concentrate the polymers at the bonding surface where it is the critical point of failure. Now, all the polymers are effectively used to support the bottleneck of failure. Also, back tile adhesive based on Acronol 7808 gives you the superior hammer resistance, which you have seen. Again, you can see that without the back tile adhesive, the tile is easily knocked off. Also, the tiles are in a big piece, and the failure is happening at the opening point between tile and tile adhesive. On the other hand, the Acronol 7808 is used as back tile adhesive with highly advanced impact resistance. As you see, the tiles are now falling in smaller pieces, and you can clearly see that the debonding is not only happening at the bonding surface, but occurring within the tile adhesive. These impact function in the lift lobby areas or at staircases. Finally, it also enhances the basic performance needed for the tile installation, tensile adhesion strength. As you know, tensile adhesion strength is the most important testing item for tile adhesives. The international standards, like EN 12004, requires 0.5 megapascal for meeting C1 CTA. Now, we would like to look into the performance of Acronol 7808 by comparing to a control sample without using back-tile adhesive. The tile adhesive used are a low-performance tile adhesive available in the market. Here, we show you the test results under standard conditions. As shown, both control test and with Acronol 7808 as back-tile adhesive passes the required level of 0.5 megapascal easily. However, the tiles are not only applied in a temperature-controlled room. Let's now look into heated conditions. Once the specimens are subjected to high heat, the adhesion performance drops dramatically. This is because of the different thermal expansion rate between tile and adhesives. The adhesive will try to expand more than the tile, resulting in high shear stress at the bonding surface. With back-tile adhesive, however, the difference is obvious. Acronol 7808 serves as the absorber between the different expansion rate, enhancing the tensile adhesion strength. There are various areas like kitchens, sunlit walls, around heating devices, or even in shower rooms where you have high heat. With back-tile adhesive, you have better adhesion performance in these areas. Another important factor is contact with water, like in shower rooms or kitchens. The water can penetrate through the joint and spread at the bonding surface, giving a lower adhesion properties. As you see in this slide, application of Acronol 7808 enhances the adhesion even after 21 days of direct water immersion. The adhesion strength is exceeding 0.50 megapascal, the required market standards for ceramic tile adhesives. These ensure a secure installation properties of use of Acronol 7808 at wet areas. Last but not least, in some cold areas, freeze-thaw resistance is pivotal. As we have seen in other conditions, the use of Acronol 7808 highly enhances adhesion to meet the market standards even after freeze-thaw treatment. Let me summarize the result in one slide. As you see, when using a low-performance tile adhesive, although it can pass the market standards of 0.5 megapascal at room temperature conditions, it does not secure the tile installation in extreme conditions, heat, secure tile installation. While using Acronal 7808 as back-tile adhesive, the effect is obvious. Although the tests are using the same low-quality tile adhesive, one single layer of back-tile adhesive behaves as a game changer. Under all conditions, the tensile stress is highly enhanced, meeting the requirement of 0.5 megapascal. The enhanced adhesion properties exhibit the greater assurance of using Acronal 7808 as back-tile adhesive. Now, let me summarize the performance of back-tile adhesives based on Acronal 7808. As you have seen, Acronal 7808 can add an extremely high impact resistance to hammering. It also enhances the adhesion at the back surface of the tile, which is a critical failure point for tile installation. Also, it has a good water resistance, ensuring the performance at wet areas. Also, it does not compromise on the environment. It is free of APO, ammonia, and formaldehyde, giving it the perfect choice for you for secure tile installation. I hope you enjoy the journey of experiencing a new solutions for tile installation, back-tile adhesive. There is a huge untapped market for back-tile adhesive in Asia Pacific, where only low-quality tile adhesives are used. The easy application of Acronal 7808 enhances hammer resistance and tensile adhesion strength, achieving a secure tile installation. I hope you remember the key concept. One easy step to zip tiles tightly to walls. Thank you very much. Jackie, you're mute again.
Yeah, thank you, Tomo. Yeah, thank you for the very exciting presentation. That for the back tile adhesive, really an innovation which can improve the adhesion for these ceramic tile adhesives, this tiling system. Yeah, and also give all the benefits that you just showed. So now we are looking for the questions that are from the participants. Yeah. I would say that when the question comes, that here I have one question, Tomo. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So with what you said, that is, if the back tile adhesive is so much powerful, can it be directly used to bond the tile, ceramic tiles to the wall or to the floor? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the question. So first of all, you have to think it a little bit differently for the back-tile adhesives and also the traditional tile adhesive. Yeah. So back-tile adhesive is one adhesive you apply on the back of the tile, and then you will enhance the adhesion strength to the tile adhesive. So you cannot directly use the back-tile adhesive as a glue to adhere the tiles onto the wall. This is a little bit too much. So it's more about enhancing the adhesion between the tile and also the tile adhesive. When I say tile adhesive, I'm talking about the low performance CTA, for example, when you just mix cement and sand and a little bit of some additives, or you have this low performance CTA in the market, where it doesn't really pass the 0.5 megapascal, for example. So these are the areas that we enhance the adhesion from the original adhesion, where it is a critical failure point. Yeah.
Okay, then it's clear. So this back-tie adhesive actually is additional layer which can help the CTA that to bond the tiles more firmly, right?
Yes.
So maybe can you even a little bit more specific about the low quality CTA compared that that standardized that which I think that our customers are very much used to understand.
Okay, so when I say this low performance CTA, I understand, for example, in Vietnam, you have more than 80% of the market where people are using low quality CTA. When I say this low quality CTA, it's, as I said, it's like some, at the job site, you either mix the cement and sand and make it like a cement sand mortar and then apply it as a tile adhesive. Or it might be that you are buying the cementitious tile adhesive from the market, but this product in the market doesn't have enough polymer inside, and it doesn't have this high adhesion properties, especially after heated or under the water contact. So in the market, this is actually having 80% of the market where low performance cementitious tile adhesive are used. This is where I'm talking about this low performance CTA.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Actually, it looks that this low performance CTA actually is already the biggest material in the market we are using actually in for this tiling solution, right? And this back tile adhesive actually is a solution for that. Looks the market is very big, yeah. Then also looking for these tiles, yeah, how it is more suitable for this. We have many tiles like these high absorbency, these normal small tiles, or these porcelain tiles. So which one is this product best suited or designed for?
Okay. So I think there are different types of tiles, as Jackie, you mentioned. So for example, you have a high water absorbency tile, which is a traditional tile, and then you have more denser tiles with lower water absorption. And actually, when you look at the problems or the issues in the market, when you are using a high water absorption tile, which means it's like a clay type of tile, you have a lot of holes which can actually give you a better performance in the adhesion. So these tiles, you don't need to have an additional adhesion promoter, for example. But we are targeting the denser tiles with a lower water absorption. So in the market, people call it porcelain tiles or vitrified tiles, which you have water absorption of less than 0.5%. And this is the more difficult tiles to keep the tiles on the wall. And this is exactly where we are targeting. So the ones which have a low water absorbency is the tiles that we are looking into. And if you look into the test that we have shown, we are using a V1 tile which has lower water absorption than 0.5%. So this is exactly where we are looking into, yes.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, so these porcelain tiles actually, because of this, I think, a beautiful design and this big size, it is really more and more popular, and this looks a real new market, yeah. And as this lower absorbency of these tiles, then how is the consumption of our 7808 on these tiles when it is applied?
Okay, so we shared in the video, but we are talking about 100 to 150 gram per square meter. So in other words, if you are talking about how much of Acrylol 7808 can be used as a back tile, You can use it from 8 to 10 square meters of the tile with the Aquanaut 7808. Yeah.
So 8 to 10 square meters per
Yes.
also 1 kg 7808. Good.
Yes, yes.
So then also that as we show that the water resistance is so good for this bad tire adhesive, then can it be used for underwater immersion scenarios like a swimming pool?
Okay. So this is a interesting question. So when you're talking about swimming pools, my understanding is that people should use a high performance CTA. This is first thing. When we talk about bacterial adhesive, we are more talking about even when we're talking about water immersion, we are talking, for example, about the shower rooms, for example. So my understanding, if you're using a swimming pool, you should be already using a high performance CTA. And if not, then people should use a high performance CTA for this use. Yeah.
Okay, then it's clear. Yeah. So and also the question like that, that some customers already have this CTA in their portfolio. So if this peptide adhesive is introduced, will it be, let's say, more cannibalize the existing CTA business? How would your suggestion or recommendation?
Okay, so this is also a very important question, I think. So I understand it's a new application, so people think that, okay, we have a CTA. Will it cannibalize with our product portfolio? Actually, the answer is no. I'll let you understand why. So when the product has been growing in China, and it has been growing within this 5 to 10 years from zero to more than 20% of the tiling installation market. So you can also imagine in Vietnam, there are more than 80% of the market which is not using the cementitious tile adhesive. And we are talking about those markets where you are not using the CTAs. So the market, 20% or maybe 10% of the market where you are using the cementitious tile adhesive is still there. But then the other 80%, you still have some big fish to catch. And in China, what happened is that people having a CTA and the bacterial adhesive, we call it the BTA, will have different options for the customers to buy. So people come to you and say, I have a tiling project and I want to install this tile in this type of situation. Which shall I use? And then you can also introduce a CTA. You can also introduce a bacterial adhesive. So it's actually not cannibalizing, but it's actually expanding your product portfolio for the whole tiling solution. And this is exactly what happened in China, where people had the CTA and the BTA. The business is actually growing by giving this opportunity to go into the market and say, hey, let's look at the tiling solutions. I have everything. So this is not really cannibalizing what you have right now.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Tom. And also, can this back tile adhesive used for this tile-to-tile application?
Okay, so tile-to-tile application, this is also something important. Actually, it really depends on the situation of tiles. And as I said, the back tile adhesive is not a single layer that can adhere to the walls, for example. It's the same in tile and tile application. So when you're talking about tile to tile, normally you have another layer of adhesive which is needed. So the bacterial adhesive will increase the adhesion. However, it's not used just as one glue to the substrate. So you have to use the right tile adhesive, and then if you want to increase the adhesion properties, it can be also applied by testing in advance. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And there is technology term clarification questions that in the presentation, we used a thin bed for this mortar or tire adhesive. Why normally it is called a thin set? Maybe you can clarify it a little bit.
Okay, so thin set is, I think, the key word which has been brought by these cementitious tile adhesive producers, especially when they are introducing the VAE type of redispersible powders inside. So when you are using this type of the CTAs, now you can apply it thin. And when you say thin, it's like 5 millimeters up to 8 to 10 millimeters, for example. And this is the way that when you are using, for example, C2 CTA, this is normally what's happening. When we are talking about thick bed method, this is talking more about when you're using a low quality one, where you are mixing cement and sand, you just dump it to the wall, or you just also put it on the tile and then stick it to the wall, for example. Or even in the market, if you are buying cheap ones and you want to install the porcelain tiles or a big tile, you would start using a lot. So yes, this is also regarding to the questions, is it going to be CTA and BTA? So if you are using a high performance CTA, this is where they are preferring to use it as a thin set. However, in the market, there are a big bunch of areas where people are still using a low performance CTA, and this is where you can use a bacterial adhesive as a complementary method.
Okay, thank you, Tom, for the clarification. And still, the question looking for this swimming pool that when we use, I'll say, CTA for this bonding of the tiles, can this, how say, BTA improve the addition and then prevent this water migration?
Okay, first of all, it depends on what CTAs you're using, yeah? So if you are using a high performance CTA and then it overcomes the performance of BTA, then it will not really enhance. So it doesn't mean that if you're using bacterial adhesive, it can go up to 1 megapascal, 2 megapascal, 3 megapascal. This is not possible, yeah? The limit is what we are also showing. So you saw that when we are using the bacterial adhesive, it can enhance above 0.5 megapascal. So this is where we are targeting. And regarding the water, the preventing the water emission, I think the key part is that when you want to prevent the water, this is going to be the waterproofing material. We are only talking about a very thin layer of the bacterial adhesive on the back of the tile, which is only like 100 grams, 150 grams per square meter. And you can imagine, with this thin layer, you cannot prevent all the water. And if there is something, I would definitely want to use it in a waterproofing material instead.
Yes, thank you, Tomo. Yeah, I would say that BTA and CTA, these are looking for this addition part. And for waterproofing, then it's